So Tracy,
Yes.
can you describe a little bit about what it has been like to be with David for that many years and watch him go in and out of alcohol abuse?
The way that he drinks, he just like, you didn't really notice, like he maybe became a little more animated. So I kind of liked it because otherwise he's kind of a little closed off.
Subdued.
Yeah, exactly.
Comatose?
Yeah, pretty much. So I think in the beginning, it was just like, that was all I knew of you. And, you know, it didn't bother me. And I had a fun time drinking with you. It was never an issue for me. And then a couple years into knowing each other, he decided to go sober and quit smoking and quit like coffee, like all at the same time. It was like a nightmare. And luckily we weren't even living together at that point. He took my van and like went and lived out in the desert.
Oh, that's right.
And so it was like kind of a blessing because he was pretty like hard to be around because that at that time, like I think cutting all those things out cold turkey, it was like more of a shift. And he was very dedicated to it and very like into working out and just like, yeah, it was a totally different person. But I had a harder time like connecting with him because we also like weren't really together at the time. And so there was like a few times a week that we would maybe get together or go to the creek or something. But the connection just didn't come as easy because he was very much like in his own process. And we did get back together during that time because that was like a 9-month period. And we got back together. We lived in Telluride together. And it was not the relationship I wanted at all. I was like feeling very hurt. Like you didn't want to make any time for me. It was like all about sobriety and the podcast. And,
right.
And I was just like, I can't be in this relationship. So we parted ways from there. And then we got back together, I think a few months later. And the day before we got back together, you had had a drink. So, you know, fast forward, then it's been like, 5 years since then or something that we've been together. And now this time being sober, like it feels great. Like I feel like you're easy to connect with. It's like not a burden on our relationship. Like I did feel like it was in the past. We've also grown a lot and things have changed a lot between us. So it could be that as well. But like my experience of you this time is that you're really motivated and dedicated. Like, sure, I'd want like you to spend more time with me and go on more walks and hikes and creek time with me. But other than that, I feel like your mood is really stable and yeah, it's been a good, healthy time. And, you know, maybe because of the past, I was like worried that if you weren't drinking, we wouldn't connect. So, but I think that's
a real thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you regretting having Tracy on at this point?